All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Devine High School Coaches Show. We're a little late here. Had some 7 o'clock gremlins from the Cradle Point here, but it looks like we're up and running. Glad you have joined us tonight. We've got Coach Leanne McIver here. We've got Coach Hannah Thompson here. We've got Coach Paul Gomez on his way, just finishing up with football practice. And if he doesn't get out here, we're going to make Coach Evan Eads jump on, as he just showed up here as well to be in the live studio audience. Glad you've joined us. Hope you're staying with us here through a few technical difficulties. Something I want to kind of show off. We'll show it off for the coaches show here. A little something we've been working on. I'm going to debut it on Friday, but if you tune in tonight, you get a free preview of it here. Here's a little opening for us. All right, we're back here. DHS Coaches Show live, coming to you from my driveway, or patio to be more precise, joined by head volleyball coach Leanne McIver. Coach Mac, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. It's been a day or two since we've done this the last time around. We've had some cross-country meets that we've been kind of busy, but let's just jump right into it. Played last night, played Dehennis, non-district game.
Right.
Another one of those complications due to coronavirus and the COVID stuff and rearranging your schedule. But it ended up being a great game for you guys.
It was a great game. We they came in ranked 9th in state for 1A, 2A.
Oh, wow.
So,
I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, so they are a very talented program that has gone to state here the last couple of years. It really gave us a good chance to try to increase our speed and kind of get to the level of playing that we need for our playoffs. I mean, nothing against our district teams. It's just a little bit slower pace. So we needed that fast-paced game to get ready for playoffs. So
yeah, most definitely. We talked about that. Coach Schmidt and I were lucky enough to do the broadcast last night, and we were kind of talking about the difference of the district games and just the uncertainty of district. You don't really know. I mean, for a while, you didn't know when you were going to play again, who you were going to play again, when you were going to play again.
Yep.
And so it was kind of nice to say, hey, we're going to have a team. This is going to be a playoff team, even though it's a smaller team. Mm-hmm. They're going to play at the level of what we're going to see.
Yeah.
And, it looked like a little bit of rust there in the first game.
The first set, definitely. We had to get some cobwebs out of our system. Yeah. So.
But I was really impressed. I thought your girls did a great job of attacking balls, like later in the game in the matches, second match on.
Yes.
Didn't send as many free balls, really made Dehennis have to work. And when you did that, that really worked out well for you.
Yeah. I think really all the girls kind of stepped up last night. I mean, obviously our big three, Riley, Megan, and Maddie had great nights, but I really feel like Christina Morales as our libero finally showed what we see in practice last night. I mean, she made some great plays. So.
Right. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, there were a lot of just great hustle plays, scramble plays, and like you said, Megan, I think, was 8 or 9 kills last night on the scoreboard that we were looking at. I don't know what the official stats were, but Riley had a lot of kills.
Yeah, they were all three of them were kind of right around each other. Bailey or Faiza chipped in, I think, like 7 or 8. Alina had some. Bree had some. Maddie was huge on the blocks for us. I think she had 6 blocks for us last night.
Yeah, Maddie Pike was really big.
Yes.
I mean, she's a big,
she's
tall
a big
girl anyways.
But she was huge on the net.
She definitely was. And you could tell Dehennis, a lot of their offense came out of their middle. Very athletic there in the middle, and Maddie Job did a good job neutralizing some of that.
She did.
So let's talk a little bit about what's gone on in district, since we really haven't. Well, I think the last time we had the coaches show, we were fixing to go into district play.
Yes, and not
just
real
kind
sure
of
what was going to happen.
Recap that a little bit for us.
So we have played 3 district games so far. We played Somerset twice and Brooks once. Yesterday was Fox Tech and YWLA's first game, so they are now into the rotation. So we will get to finish our season with them.
Okay. Now. I noticed at one point we were 3-0, and then the next time I saw something we were 5-0 in district. So kind of talk about that.
So we had Fox Tech and YWLA forfeited those games. So for recording purposes, we have to count those.
Gotcha.
as games. So
Right.
that's why
So-
we're
so
5-0.
you get-
We've only played 3, but we're technically 5-0.
So technically through the first round of district plus one extra game.
Right.
We have Brooks coming up. That will be next week. I guess next game is what? Young
We
Women's?
got Young Women's here on Friday, varsity only at 5:30.
Okay.
And then Tuesday we just got everything ironed out. We will play Brooks here,
Okay.
JV and varsity at 5 and 6.
Okay.
And then next Friday we will finish up our district against Fox Tech down there.
Okay. We'll
So-
travel to Fox Tech.
Fox Tech, yes.
What time will that Fox Tech game be? Do we
I'm
know
not.
yet?
No.
Okay.
I would say 5:30 or 6.
Okay. Well, I want to talk about a few more things. Let's run a few commercials
Okay.
if you don't mind sticking
Nope,
around for a little
sounds
bit.
good.
All right. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be back in a minute with Coach Leanne McIver.
Apex Services Group, your elite service company. Apex is pleased to offer cargo tank inspections, internal cleaning, welding, and liner installations. Apex also provides hot shot and straight truck services throughout Texas and surrounding states. We believe in quality, ensuring equipment remains safe on the roadways. Please call Michael or Chris today, 844-427-3974.
Thompson Houston Real Estate was established in 2012 and is located at 703 West Hondo Avenue in Devine, Texas. They are available 24/7 at 830-663-1113, or you can find them online at www.thompsonhouston.com. They are your local real estate experts. Thompson Houston Real Estate, making things happen.
All right, back here at the DHS Coaches Show, joined live by Coach Leanne McIver. And nothing new for us. We're masked up, but
Yep.
there's been some cases in the area.
Yeah.
So trying to be extra precautious. I mean,
Yes,
it's
definitely.
the end of the regular season for you guys.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, I know we still have some district games, but kind of where you're at in district, you've kind of got a good lock into the playoffs. And so
Yes.
let's talk a little bit about what we would look at playoff wise.
So, I mean, currently we are first. Friday with a win, we lock up first. So,
Okay, cool.
I mean, we're obviously, that's our goal, is to go into that first seed there into playoffs. So if that happens right now, I believe it's going to be between Pearsall and Uvalde. I believe Crystal City is going to lock up third on Friday. I may be wrong. They play Pearsall, but we'll see. But it could be one of those three teams. But I think it's going to be Pearsall or Uvalde.
Okay.
So
basically, because of the new districting, our by-district opponent
It's
becomes
our-
basically our old district.
Yes, exactly. Uvalde kind of took our spot in there. So
Okay.
that's who we're going to match up with, that district, our old district. So
All right. And then just, again, not wanting to look ahead,
yeah,
but
kind of have to.
that district, and then we kind of go south, like
So we
Corpus
go-
area Valley. Is that right?
Yes, but last I saw, the Valley schools were not playing yet.
Okay.
And I don't know how they can get district games in right now since we really only have like a week and a half left. So I am thinking it's going to be someone from the Corpus area, Alice, Robstown, King, one of those teams.
Gotcha. And again, that's a long ways off, and
Yes.
that's some things to just kind of plan for. But playoffs start roughly when for you guys?
Well, October 29th, 30th, 31st. Those are our three possible playing dates. So
And probably preference-wise, probably do the 29th if you were.
kind of depending on who we're going to play. Yes.
Right.
Like I had kind of thought, well, if it's Pearsall, we play Pearsall that night in football, maybe kind of make it a big thing
Right. Yeah.
where
could
we're
play.
all kind of playing together
Cool.
at the same time. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I know we don't want to look too far ahead and all that, and I know you're focused on Young Women's Leadership Academy.
Yes.
What do you know about them? Have you been able to see them any since they just started playing?
I did. They played Somerset last night, and
Okay.
nice thing now, all the games are live streamed, and you can go onto YouTube and see games, and which is awesome for coaches.
Right.
So I was able to watch some of it. So obviously they've only had one practice and one game, so there was some miscommunication. They're still trying to figure each other out. So there was some talent on that team.
Okay.
So we're not going to be able to just walk in and win. We're going to have to play. So
Sure. And then, and coming off that big win against DeHennis, even though it's a smaller school last night, should bode well.
It should.
Confidence-wise.
Give us a huge confidence boost.
Yeah,
Okay, we still have it. So.
And I'm guessing as a coach, that kind of gives you the, hey, if we need to play like we were playing Tuesday night.
Yeah, and that's kind of how we've approached it last week is okay, playoffs in mind. What are we going to attack practice like it's playoffs? And
Right.
last night I kept saying, okay, if this is a playoff game, what are you going to do?
Right.
How are you going to act? How are you going to go play? So we can get in that mentality, because we do have some young kids that haven't experienced
Right,
it. And so we're trying to get them going for it now. So first round's not a shock to them.
Well, and I know for me personally, I'm big about routine.
Yes.
And with all the COVID precautions and everything else, some of the routines are out the window, and
Yes.
you just kind of have to do what you have to do. And, hey, we might be playing here, and all of a sudden we're playing here.
Yes.
So, trying to get your kids adjusted to whatever might come their way, I'm sure is part of it.
And they've been really good about, okay, so what's going on this week? We're not sure. Okay. Oh, we're going to play. Now we're not. Now we are. They've taken it in stride. They kind of know not, to expect the unexpected. So.
Yeah. Well, and I appreciate everything you're doing with these kiddos, and you've done a great job of kind of letting us know, hey, we've got a game here, here, and here. So we're trying to get there and live stream as many games as we can.
And we love it.
And the way it's going, I think we might be able to get the rest of the games, the district games at least, in the Fox Tech game on that Friday.
That one's going to be hard.
That one's going to be okay, different, but we might have a football game on Thursday instead of Friday, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
The only problem is I get to start basketball on Wednesday a week from today.
So
which,
lots and lots of going on, which is great.
But we'll see, because last I understood, like when you go to Fox Tech, no parents can go.
I don't think anyone can go. I think it's just
no
us.
fans.
Yes.
Wow. So
last I heard. So
that'll be different. So we'll do our best to try to get someone there to live stream it. But we will be, I think we've got Coach Mangold and Coach Thompson going on Friday to do the young women's leadership game. And apparently I'm getting a lot of feedback. A lot of people are liking Coach Thompson over there.
I know my mom enjoys. My mom says she about pees her pants every time Coach Thompson's talking on the live stream. I'm sure my mom loves that one. But
we're going to get some shirts made, DHS Broadcasting with, "You go, Maddie Pike."
Yes.
Because I think that's one of her catchphrases there. Well, Leanne, we appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I know you've had a busy day here. Just got out of practice, but thanks for stopping by and kind of updating everybody.
No problem.
We appreciate you stopping in, and we wish you the best of luck against Young Women's and the rest of the season here, and hopefully a long playoff run that keeps my basketball players from me.
Yes.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with head cross-country coach Hannah Thompson.
Is the IRS on your back? Are they threatening to take money from your bank account? Have they filed tax liens against you? Do your tax problems keep you up at night? If so, then James McElwee can help. James is a CPA that knows how to fight the IRS. Call him today at 830-476-3001 or email him at james@texastaxplanners.com to see how he can help you get free from the IRS.
Are you looking to buy real estate? If so, you need a buyer's broker working for you. I'm Christy Parker, broker owner of Texas Sold. I specialize in ranch, land, residential, and investment properties. I have a reputation as a real estate shark. My clients know I'll never settle for anything but their best interest. Buyer representation is free. Don't call the number on that other sign. Call me, Christy Parker, 210-TEXAS-SOLD-U. That's 210-TXSOLD, the letter U.
We're excited to announce that Security Bank is now American Momentum Bank, and our partnership with Devine Independent School District continues. While our name has changed, you can still count on our expert bankers' personalized attention and expanded portfolio of products and services specifically designed to help you build your financial momentum. We invite you to visit our Devine Banking Center at 100 East Hondo Avenue and meet our team of bankers who are ready to help you reach your financial goals. Banking on the strength of momentum, American Momentum Bank. Royce Grain out of Hondo, Texas is your supplier of premium quality feeds, bagged and in bulk. Royce Grain provides corn, apple scent corn, protein pellets, specialty feed mixes, scratch, and wild bird seed. Call 210-844-4015 for ranch delivery, or stop by Morales Feed Store or WOG Supply in Devine. Royce Grain, premium quality feeds.
All right, we're back here live from my patio. As you can see, the air conditioner still in the back there. Joined by head cross-country coach Hannah Thompson.
Hello, long time no see.
Or as the kids say, Coach Tommy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's been a while, right? Another cross-country meet, and it's kind of been nice. We've had some Wednesday cross-country meets. Haven't been to school on a Wednesday in about 3 weeks here. So.
I know. We get lunch together. It's a great time.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, well, appreciate you coming out and staying in town here. And I know you have the long drive back to the big town of San Antonio. We
Of
appreciate you
course.
staying out for a little bit and hanging out. Let's talk about your kiddos. They've been doing really well, huh?
Yeah, they did really well today. The boys, varsity boys, finished first as a team, and then X came in first for the boys total, which was really good. I mean, he has best time on the course. Still, obviously, want him to get better.
Sure.
Try to get in the 17 range on our course. Our course is very tough, but still think he can shoot for that 17-45 range. I think that's going to be really good for him. Girls-wise, had 4 finish in the top 10. They came in second as a team behind Pleasanton. Pleasanton's a really good team, though. Really well coached and all that kind of stuff. So it was good. It was a good meet.
Well, and what people probably don't know is Pleasanton went 1-2. Your girls went 3, 4, 5, 6, but then Pleasanton went 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yes.
So, and then I think we were like 13 or something like that. So, I mean, it was right there, and it was a reduced meet, as we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
There's some COVID issues going on. Some of the
For
teams
sure.
didn't show up because of that. So it wasn't as big of a meet. You add a
Yeah.
couple more kids in there, who knows, maybe things change a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
But regardless, great competition for your kiddos today.
Yeah, and I know the girls love running against Pleasanton because they always like. I mean, we face them in regionals, so
Right.
it's kind of a nice little standing to be like, okay, like how can we compete against this team when we're good, but they're equally as good as well. So
Sure. Well, since we've actually done this, it's been a couple of weeks because of our Wednesday cross-country meets with the middle schools in the afternoon. Talk about some of the things that have been going on in the past couple of meets. I know we've been running our home course the last
Yeah.
couple of weeks, but I know you've seen a lot of improvement and seen a lot of good things out of your kiddos.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like the first meet we ran, I think they're kind of not nervous, but they're kind of like, okay, we got this because we ran here so much. And then it kind of like was a reality check for them. Like, okay, no, we actually still need to work and all that kind of stuff. So they didn't do as well as I hoped that they did. And they were the same as well. They're kind of like, yeah, we could have done better. And I was like, okay, well, that's good. Like, let's keep improving now. Second meet, but the boys still competed. I think they got second. Girls got second. So still hungry for it. And then the second Devine Invitational that we had, girls came in second behind Cole, which Cole's a really great team as well from San Antonio. And then the boys actually came in first that meet. So still, I had 4 top 10 finishers for boys, 4 top 10 finishers for girls. It's just like, hey, there's still people that are coming for y'all. So.
Yeah, and then cross-country's been a little bit different this year where we're used to going to meets with 16 teams.
Yeah.
We're going to meets with 8, or sometimes fewer than that.
Yeah.
So, still, though, getting in the top 10, a lot of times you get in the top 10, you get a medal. A lot of Arabians and Warhorses coming away with medals.
Yeah,
That's
for
always
sure.
a good thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the things that are coming up, some of the adjustments you've had to make
Yeah.
due to the COVID stuff. But we'll get into that here in a minute. We'll be back in a minute. Warhorse and Arabian Coaches Show.
Flyby Smoke and Grill, a new restaurant located in Devine at 201.5 West Hondo. Flyby is your spot for barbecue, burgers, sandwiches, and more. Open 11 to 8 on Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 3 on Sundays, and closed on Mondays. Flyby Smoke and Grill, where we meet the need. Call us 830-663-8088.
Medina Glass is a commercial and automotive glass company who specializes in a variety of projects, including residential, auto, and commercial glass. Give them a call at 830-665-5817. 830-665-5817.
Yeah. All right, we're back here at the Devine High School Coaches Show with head cross-country coach, Coach Hannah Thompson. And Tommy, we kind of recapped what's been going on, but some big stuff coming up. You are supposed to go to a meet next week.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to Natalia. Unfortunately, that got canceled, and I kind of wanted to go to that one just because it's a flat surface, which we'll see at regionals. Because in Corpus, it's like just really flat terrain, just a lot of turns, and Natalia kind of mimicked that, which I really wanted to do. Obviously, I mean, it's kind of late to kind of hop in a meet now, but still going to look to see, but then obviously I'm like, do I risk injury? Do I or do I just want 2 weeks off and really focus on our course for district and make sure that they're ready for that? So.
And speaking of our course, district meet will be run at our course.
Yes.
In fact, really didn't know up until a couple of days ago how many teams would be at our district meet.
For sure. Especially, Somerset we knew for sure because they've come to our meet. This is actually the second time they've come. But the San Antonio teams, I mean, I just didn't know what was going on, especially with Fock Tech and the YWLA and YMLA. They just started on the 12th, so it's like, do they come? Do they not come?
Yeah,
So.
and that's different with young women's leadership and young men's leadership.
Yes.
And I don't think they're the exact same campus. I think they're in different spots.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah, and so, we're kind of learning as we go with all this. Brooks, you were able to see Brooks. They ran at Feast, one of the meets you guys were at.
Yeah, I kind of not stalked them, but I kind of want to see their times and everything like that just because, I mean, if you don't know them and we've never run against these San Antonio teams, I'm like, what do we expect? Granted, like I want to focus on us, but it's like still got to kind of creep a little bit. So
Sure. So district meet is going to be when then?
October 28th, and it's just gonna. And then middle school is running on the same day, but they're gonna be running in Uvalde like at 4.
And the middle school, they're in a completely different district. That's why the change of site.
Yeah, they're still in the same district as last year. They just got like the Uvalde, the Hondos, Pearsall, and stuff like that. But we just got totally redistricted for high school. So
right. So, I mean, I just got to get it on record. Best timing crew is?
Oh, you and Schmitty for
That's
sure.
what I'm talking
Schmitty gets
about.
his finger ready, just hit the space bar with his readers on, Just
Yeah. Well, now that I said that, nothing will work on the 28th. So that
don't jinx it. Don't be mangled, man.
that won't be very good.
Handwriting the times it.
Yeah. But I think if things go kind of the way you're thinking, there's a chance for the Warhorses and Arabians to be pretty successful at this coming year.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. And honestly, for the boys' side, like girls have always done really well, and I expect the same thing out of them. But for the boys, I mean, they're kind of bought into the program. They want to succeed, and I think they kind of told me like it's been like 27 years since the whole team has made it to regionals.
Oh wow!
So if that is the case, I mean, that's pretty crazy. So I really do hope that they make it pretty well. I mean, if Gomez stops running my football boys so much, then we might actually do something.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking 27 years ago, that might have been when I was in high school. So I was probably on that team that went to the regional tournament, regional meet.
I know, it's longer than since I've been alive. So.
Wow, yeah. And by the way, I did not play cross country back in the day. I don't know why.
Clearly me either.
Yeah. So, Coach Gomez and I were on the cross country team back together in high school.
Yeah, we're the water boys.
We did run some long loops back in the day with Coach Flores and the loop and all, but no, I did not play cross country, and there was a big reason why I did not.
I don't know. I wouldn't do it either, honestly.
Yeah. But kudos to those kiddos because it is a tough sport. It's a sport that I sometimes look at the kids like, why are y'all doing this? But
well, they have to be a little crazy to do it because literally, like the shortest run I do is 25 minutes. That's the shortest. So like they're running from 25 to 45 minutes, and that's like just the basic workout. So you had the hills, you had the downhills, you had the strides. It's a long workout for like an hour and 30 minutes, just going full on with the running. So
yeah, I stopped by one day, and you'd finished high school, but Coach Mangold was running the middle school, and they were running like mile repeats, and I was like, why would anybody sign up for this? I just didn't understand. But the kids do a great job. They get out, they compete.
For sure.
I got to give a shout out to X today.
Oh, yeah, he ran it. Well, one, it was his birthday, but then apparently when he finished, I mean, I don't know what he said.
I don't know. Give me that or something like that. But I think it was for his birthday celebration.
I think it was because
really
he wanted a pinata. I don't know.
But, yeah, he ran well, though.
Yeah.
So maybe we should make it his birthday on the 28th as well.
That's what I'm hoping, but, the boys flex too much for me, so
yeah.
Got to calm down just a tad.
Yeah. Well, Coach Thompson, we appreciate you hanging out with us tonight and stopping by and getting everybody, like 5 or 6 people that are watching tonight, get them updated on what's going on.
Hey, shout out to Kaylee because I know she's watching from
Hey,
Tech.
all right, cool. Yeah, study.
Yes, please study. Be a good doctor for us.
For sure. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, Coach Paul Gomez of the Devine Warhorses will come in and join us, and we'll talk some Warhorse football. All right.
Chaparral Ford is proud to be a sponsor of this year's Warhorse and Arabian Athletic Program. Chaparral Ford has been serving Devine and its citizens for over 35 years. For more information, visit the website at www.chaparralford.com or go to the Devine establishment located at 102 County Road 773. Chaparral Ford, the experience is worth the drive.
Security State Bank is a proud sponsor of this year's Warhorse football broadcast. Security State Bank has served 7 locations around South Texas since 1925. Located in Pearsall, Pleasanton, Devine, Natalia, and now Cashville, Security State Bank's hours of business varies from location to location. Please visit our website, www.securitystbk.com, or call us at 830-663-2801 to check on a location nearest to you. Security State Bank, serving South Texas.
MP Material Haulers is proud to be the septic tank service that their community trusts. You can call them at 210-289-5890 or find them online at www.septicsystemservicedivinetexas.com. MP Material Haulers, one-stop service for all of your septic needs.
Stop by Mag's Place in Devine, a proud supporter of Warhorse and Arabian Athletics. Mag's Place, a boutique shop featuring products from John Hart, Mud Pie, Simplified Soaps, Scent Chips, and many more. Located at 200 East College, stop by and visit anytime. Or give them a call, 830-663-8077.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Stop by and see your local Farmers Insurance agent, Rick Campsey. Rick and his staff want to help customers find the right coverage for their insurance needs. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Stop by 212 North Highway 132 or give them a call, 830-665-4495. Rick Campsey and Farmers Insurance, proud supporter of Warhorse and Arabian Athletics. North Park Chevrolet is located right down the road off US 90 in Castroville. Come see Eric Smith and Andrew Zapata, who are local, small-town Warhorse and Arabian supporters, not big city salesmen. They have a great selection of new, pre-owned, and certified units to choose from. Contact them, Eric, 210-737-4786, or Andrew, 210-779-1212. www.npchevy.com.
Honey, what are you doing?
AC's broke. I'm cooling off.
Well, why don't you just call the AC guys?
Which AC guys?
The AC guys.
Which ones?
The AC guys?
Which AC guys you talking about?
The AC guys.
Tell me which ones to call.
Call those AC guys.
Which ones?
The AC Guys are proud supporters of your Devine Warhorses and Arabians athletic teams and are a local family-owned business that caters to all your residential and light commercial needs. Call the AC Guys today.
All right, we're back here at Devine High School Coaches Show, joined by head football coach Paul Gomez, also known as Chief. Chief, we appreciate you stopping by, man.
Thanks, man.
I know y'all have had a long week of practice.
Yeah, with this summer weather, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had the AC Guys commercial on here, so, I mean, I kind of feel like we need an AC.
If October would just come around, Jimbo, it'd get cooler.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I mean, it kind of teased us there for a little bit for about a week and a half.
Yeah, I can't wait for Friday.
Yeah, it's supposed to be great weather for Friday.
Yeah.
And kind of a big game coming up Friday.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the team from across the creek, the Hondo Owls, are coming to Warhorse Stadium. And before we get to that, we're going to tease everybody a little bit. We're going to hold off on the Hondo game. We haven't been on in a while because Coach Thompson keeps having all these Wednesday cross-country meets.
I'm telling you, man, she demands so much from everybody.
I know, yeah.
And it comes to a point where, she's got to give it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like half the time I don't know what computer I'm looking at because I've got like 3 I have to use for cross country and 2 for this, and
then I can't work out her guys too much because they might get tired, and I'm like, man.
Yeah. As Coach Mangold says, it's too crazy. So yeah. But district play started last week. We had the Carrizo Springs Wildcats.
Yeah.
Came in after the bye week, and always a little question: rest versus rust, and maybe looked like a little rust to start off with.
Yeah, a lot of rust early on. Just too many fumbles and too many mental mistakes and stuff, and so. We got it going better in the second half, but I think we were just kind of in slow motion the first half. Gave up 21 points and big plays. We were supposed to have people there, and we just weren't playing. We weren't playing.
Yeah.
And offensively with all the turnovers, and it hurts. That's the second time that we've that's happened to us, and we've gotten lucky and fortunate, to win. But
sure.
You can't win a ball game whenever you have more turnovers than the other team,
well,
especially if it's a good team.
Exactly, and also Carrizo Springs. I mean, those guys came out; they were fired up.
Oh yeah, I knew they would be.
And it's kind of one of those deals that you kind of have to figure, hey, we're going to get everybody's best shot here, especially early in district. Everybody's 0-0 coming in.
Well, yeah.
And Carrizo Springs, I mean, they were fortunate to take advantage of a couple of opportunities, and they did that.
Yeah, I knew they would. They always come play us hard. They always get after us, and we've got to be ready. And it's just one of those things where, it doesn't matter who you play. When it's Friday night, you have to be ready to go 100%. And we weren't.
Right.
There's I can understand being a week off and all that stuff, and I knew there was going to be a little rust, but it shouldn't have been that much. But the thing is, after halftime, we saw the old Warhorse team again, so that was good.
Yeah, Gary and I were talking at the end of the first half about how halftime might be a little spirited by the coaching staff. Might be a little vocal.
Right.
But yeah, definitely was a response there by the horses in the second half, and Justin Contreras comes back.
Yes.
And made an impact.
And had a heck of a game.
Yeah.
I mean, he made defensive player of the week, but the overall impact that he has on the team is big time. I mean, he had 117 yards rushing on 7 carries, something like that. He had a long touchdown reception, 50-something yards or something like that. He had 2 sacks that resulted in fumbles that were picked up and taken to the house for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He had an interception
pick 6
for a touchdown, and then he goes in as a backup punter, because Colin's been punting. Justin was punting at the beginning, then he got hurt. Then Colin, and he kicks. The only punt we have is a 42-yard punt. So,
yeah.
I mean, he kind of did it all, and it was it's good to see him out there. A senior that he's put in. He's put in the work all these years. He's paid his dues for Warhorse football, and it's good to see him back out there and doing his thing.
Yeah, it really was. And, I think that's something when a kid comes back after missing as many games as he did, you kind of have to guard about being overhyped, trying to do too much. And, Justin did quite enough, I guess, when he was out there.
He did.
Of course, you still had your guys that have been carrying y'all for the first 5 weeks.
Oh, yes.
Buddy had another great game.
Yeah, 176 yards rushing. And that's Buddy. He's going to give you all you got. And Buddy's he's powerful, but he's fast. And that's what, that's what he brings to the table. And that's what makes, our offense kind of click, because everybody knows that they got to defend him too. It's not just Justin. It's not just Brady. And for the most part, you got Mason out there that makes great catches. You got your young kids that have gotten really good playing time and have made some impact themselves in certain games, Sure. So, I mean, they're kind of all rallying around each other. And another thing, it's dang good to see Xavier Martinez back out there again. His senior year, you got an all-state kid last year on defense, cornerback. And he hadn't been able to play, hadn't been cleared to play, and then he gets cleared, And, he gets to go out there and play his senior year. He's put in his work, for the past 4 years. So it's just good to see those kids, because this is their last year. That's everything for them.
Yeah, for sure. It was great seeing him back on the field. X comes away with the pick, although they got him for, I think, a little hand fighting, a little PI penalty, but great position.
Yeah.
And then the one pass they completed against him, I mean, that ball couldn't have been thrown any better. I mean, it was just in a perfect spot. X had great position there. Going back to some of your younger kids, Hack, another solid game. Very efficient game for Hack.
Yes. I mean, Hack can take over a ball game at any time. If you give him the opportunity, if you start, making sure Justin don't get his stuff or making sure Buddy's going to get his stuff, Hack can take over a game.
Yeah.
But he does such a good job of managing the offense, running it, and just he's unselfish. He doesn't care if he carries the ball. He doesn't care what. He just wants to get the job done, whatever it takes. And, but he's got the abilities and he's got the talent to take over a game, kind of like he did, last year in Llano whenever we were down and we made a little comeback there at the end. He pretty much took over, running the ball and doing stuff like that. And Brady's gotten better, a lot better at passing now.
Yeah, threw for a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the kid is getting better every time that we step out on that field, and he's getting more confidence. And so, I mean, he's just a great kid to have, that type of just unselfish attitude.
Yeah, it was fun to watch, especially when we kind of got things going there, especially in the second half. And then, of course, your big guys up front, and Coach Rotrammel's sitting over here watching us live, but he's over here nodding his head like, he's pretty pleased with the big boys.
Yes, I mean those guys, they've been our big time. They carry our ball club. Everything that they do. They get out there and screens, and they're out there blocking corners and safeties, and they'll mash on D linemen and linebackers, and they do such a good job of communicating down the line. And that's what makes us really successful. Jeffrey is one of the smartest centers that we've had come through Devine. I mean, he can tell you. I mean, he pretty much spells it all out for everybody while he's sitting there, recognizing the defenses and, hey, we're going here, we're going there. I mean, he's a really smart kid, and he knows what he's talking about. So it's like having another coach out there on the offensive line. Cool.
Yeah, and then of course, on the other side of the ball, defensively, a lot of pressure put on the Carrizo Springs quarterback. Your DNs are just phenomenal right now.
Yes, I mean, Gerlach and Jared Fernandez, man, they've been really great for us. They've been balling. They do a great job of attacking, and then we got the big boys in the middle. A lot of reasons why they have to get blocked one-on-one is because those big boys in the middle, if they don't get double team or force or push the pocket in some, because if they can step up, then there's probably half the sacks that are lost there.
Yeah.
So I mean, overall, they're doing a good job. That whole defensive line is good. Really proud of them. We got two really good defensive ends, like you said. They're good, and I just hope they keep getting better.
And it's a lot of fun, and I know those kids have a lot of pride in doing the things that they do out there, and they're really excited about it. Super excited about the game that's coming up. We're going to talk about that when we come back after these commercials. The Hondo Owls are coming to Warhorse Stadium, so we'll talk about that in a bit. We'll be right back.
The Grass Yard, a premium sod grower in South Texas, specializing in the sale and installation of sod. The Grass Yard also provides landscaping services along with tree sales and installation. Open to the public, visit them at 1484 South Highway 46 in New Braunfels, or call 830-626-3444. The Grass Yard, from our backyard to yours.
GM Pest Control is a proud sponsor of this year's Warhorse and Arabian Athletic broadcast. With over 20 years of experience, GM Pest Control offers extermination solutions for termites, bees, ants, and a variety of other pests at a reasonable rate. At GM Pest Control, there is no job too big or too small. Contact owner-operator George Morales, a former Warhorse, at 830-665-6095. GM Pest Control, choose to be bug-free.
Stop by Image Matters in Devine for all your design and business needs. Offering an in-house custom artist, Image Matters handles a wide variety of products from spirit shirts and embroidery to the creation of signs and banners. Image Matters also carries a wide selection of awards, offering anything from ribbons and trophies to customized plaques. Located at 200 West Hondo, stop by and let Butch and Kim Cook and their 35 years of experience go to work for you. Land and Ranch Services in Devine is your one-stop shop for fencing and supply needs. Land and Ranch Services can do it all, from building ponds to custom fence work. They provide quality products such as Nipex tools and Lincoln welding supplies. They also sell a variety of post, wires, and other fencing materials. Land and Ranch Services, whether you do it yourself or need it done for you, they've got you covered. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to 1. Devine Grass, a proud supporter of Warhorse and Arabian Athletics. Call Devine Grass at 956-606-9995 for all of your grass needs. Hungry? If so, stop by RJ's, a family-owned and operated business since 2019 where all food is made to order. RJ's proudly supports the Warhorses, Arabians, Colts, and Phillies. Open Monday through Friday from 11 to 7. Stop by at 205 State Highway 132 North in Devine or call 830-521-9967. RJ's. Stay hungry, my friends. Stop by Sherry's Flowers and Gift Shops, located at 103 East College here in Devine. Sherry's, your one-stop shop for all of your flower and gift-giving needs. Sherry's Flower and Gift Shop, proud supporters of Warhorse and Arabian Athletics. Stop by today or call 830-663-2622.
Told it, Double E.
All right, we're back here with head football coach Paul Gomez, the Chief. Chief, big game coming up, Warhorse Stadium, Friday night, 7:30. Warhorses hosting the Hondo Owls.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game. You know, they've Coach Carey's done and his staff done a really good job with those guys. You know, it's kind of their offense kind of fits the kids that they have. You know, this year, especially the seniors. You know, they have a really good quarterback that can throw the ball very accurate, can scramble, make things happen, and they got some guys out there that can catch the ball. You know, and they got a big old running back, a senior that, you know, has led the team in rushes the last couple years.
Right.
You know, battled some injuries last year. But, you know, he's a big kid. He's a big running back, and he's fast, but he can also catch the ball. You know, he's made some big plays, you know, going out on a route and making some big plays out there. You know, they got a fullback that can go out there and catch, and he's made some big plays, and you know, they got a bunch of guys that can catch the ball and go make some plays in space. So, you know, we got to work cut out for us. But, you know, our kids have been working hard, and you know, I'm excited about what's coming.
Yeah, what's really exciting about it, even though it's the COVID era here, the rumor has it that tickets are sold out for this game, at least on the Hondo side. I think the Devine side's pretty close. I think there's a procedure in which you can go and when you can buy tickets. There might still be some general admission that can be bought.
Right.
But should be a great crowd. Should be probably one of the bigger crowds we play to get, you know, in front of all year. Should be great weather. I think we're supposed to be like in the 70s.
Oh, the cold front's coming in on Friday. Well, I think maybe late Thursday night is what they're saying, but it's going to be a lot better than what it is now, Jimbo.
It's gonna be football weather.
Yes,
for sure. And of course, it's Devine Hondo. It's a rivalry game. It's a game where, you throw the records out the window. Even though both teams are coming in this at 5-1, I mean, this is as good as it gets.
Yeah, it
really is.
It's a playoff atmosphere. You know, they're going to be excited. They're going to be ready to play. We're going to be excited. We're going to be ready to play, and it's going to be the team that's most excited that night, the team that wants it the most that night, and executes the best that night.
Right. And I was gonna come back with execution.
Yeah.
I mean, key in a rivalry game like this.
Yeah, and you know, it's going to come down to special teams. They have a really good kicker. They have a kicker that's kicked, you know, 44, 45 yarders, you know, pretty easy.
Right.
You know, and he's the only one he's missed. I believe it was a shorter one, maybe like a 30-yarder or something like that. But other than that, he's been automatic. And so, I mean, and he's got plenty of leg from that 44-yarder. So he's a difference maker, you know, and he does a good job kicking off, and he'll kick it deep, and he'll kick it real high and short, and they've gotten some balls off of that, you know, some recoveries off that where some of the guys, the ball bounces back or hits up high and nobody can catch the ball. They fumble, they get the ball, you know. So, you know, we've got to be in our A game on the special teams. You know, I know Coach Taylor's been out there working hard on scheming some stuff, and you know, we've got to make it happen.
Yeah. How many times have we seen a Devine Hondo game come down to a play in the special teams? I mean, I remember one in Warhorse Stadium where I think Will Callum, I think, just stole the ball away from a kid on kickoff return.
Yeah.
Ran it back for a touchdown. Totally changed the momentum of the game. Warhorses went on to win it. So
and we blocked the punt there at Warhorse Stadium to win the game.
Right.
It was quite a long ago. 0-2. There was fourth down, and you know there was seconds left in the ball game. The only way we could win it is to block it and pick it up and score, or else the game was going to be over.
Right.
And you know, we thought they were going to take the safety because that would have pretty much ended it.
Right.
But they punted it, and we blocked it. I believe it was Kyle Pilachinski blocked it, and Angel Gonzalez picked it up and scored, and that was the ball game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to something like that, you know. And like I told our kids, you know, they're gonna make plays.
Right.
We just got to make more, you know. And we got to stay even keel. We can't get too high. We can't get too low. We just got to keep playing and try to win it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I always I stole this from Coach Quiz, but I kind of always think of a Devine Hondo game. It's not a sprint. It's more like a marathon. I mean, it's not who gets out early first.
Right.
It's not always about that. Usually this game is going to ebb and flow, and all kinds of things are going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to come down usually to the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game. And I think we've got two really good football teams that are well-balanced, that are high-powered offenses, good defenses, good special teams. I really look for this to be a really good one on Friday night.
I think it's going to be a war. You know, it's going to be a war. Everybody's going to give it their all, and when the dust settles, we'll find out what happens.
Yeah, and I think, what is this, the 100th meeting? Is that correct, or something like that? Devine Hondo for the 100th time? Or,
it might be. I'm not
or 100
sure.
years, or something like that. I know back when I was in school, or when we were in school, we played Hondo twice in one season. We won't talk about the results of that one. So I don't know if it's the 100th meeting
they
overall.
They got the best of us both times.
They did. They did.
They had a really good team that year.
Yeah, but
really good.
But I know a lot of tradition in this game. Obviously, we've been playing for 100 years or close to it.
Yeah,
100 matchups. So
yeah,
if you can get out to Warhorse Stadium, we encourage people to do that. It'd be a great atmosphere.
Right.
If you can't tune in, Coach Schmidt and I'll have it on the live stream. But man, Chief, best of luck to you guys.
Thanks, bud.
I mean, we're always rooting for you guys.
Yeah.
Definitely rooting a little bit harder when it's the Devine Hondo game.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's the kind of games you get excited for, the kind of games you want to be in. You know, that's why you play the game, for games like this.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, as my dad used to say, if you can't get excited for this one, you aren't going to get excited at all.
True.
So, So, man, best of luck to you guys. Appreciate you coming out and
Thanks
stopping
a lot, man.
by.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, maybe we can do this a little more often now that Thompson doesn't have cross-country.
Yeah, you know, at least we're not on her schedule anymore.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, you know, personal note for me, start basketball practice on a week from today as well. So I might need the coaches show just to come in and, like, you know, calm down a little bit. I might be like throwing clipboards and chairs and stuff. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. Not on the first practice, at least.
Maybe the second.
Yeah,
maybe the
second. But super excited about everything going on. And, man, I've really enjoyed watching you guys and watching your guys get after it. For the first part of the season, and really expecting to see a great game coming Friday night, man.
Yeah, if you can make it, come to the game. We're gonna need the noise.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's gonna do it tonight for us. We appreciate everybody that stopped by. We started with Coach Leanne McIver, Arabian volleyball update. Then we had Coach Hannah Thompson, Coach Tommy come in, talk a little cross country, and of course Coach Gomez finished it off for us tonight with the Warhorse football update. And man, it's a lot of good things going on at DHS. I mean, we talk a lot of sports, but a lot of good stuff going on.
You know what, Jimbo? All this with the mask and the sanitation and stuff like that. I'm so glad we're in school.
Yeah.
You know,
for
I was
sure.
hating life at home, and I know the kids were hating life at home because they weren't, you know, they want to see their friends and they want to see, you know, they want to see everybody. And it's just been, you know, we're in the business for that reason, to help kids out and to teach them. And when you're not able to do that, it's bothersome.
and I'll just tell you what, a lot of people behind the scenes doing a lot of things to keep people safe.
Yes.
Sanitation, sanitizing weight rooms,
Every
locker
day.
rooms, every day. A lot of things, unsung heroes in that regard, keeping kids safe. All right, that's going to be it. We'll be back on Friday with some volleyball and, of course, the Devine Hondo football game. We appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, and we'll try to be back on next Wednesday. For everybody, I'm Coach Jim Sessions. We'll see y'all later. Good night, everyone.